everybody. On this week's episode of Get Known, hosted by Entreventure, we're talking about the 5 reasons why you must build an influence-driven relationship that plays to your strengths. Yes, you think that sounds common sense, right? Build relationships that play to your strength, but for some reason, it isn't for most people. So let's jump into the 5 reasons why in the world you need to do this. Number one, relationships are all about influence. It's just how we're hardwired. It's what the whole purpose of the relationship is to influence somebody else into what you believe, what you think, and hopefully what you guys believe, think, do, and all your values match up. So therefore, it's this very mutually beneficial society that's happening. But the truth is, relationships are all about influence. How many times does the guy ask the girl, honey, where do you want to eat? I don't care. But in the end, she really does care. She's just playing a bloody game. But that's still influence, guys. Maybe not the most positive example for influence, but it's still influence. Number two, it's the Shearer Shush factor. Truth is, when you look at biology, women tend to naturally be more sharers due to our community-esque mindset, the gatherer mindset, whereas guys tend to be more shush mindset because of their hunter brains, meaning that if they really love you, guys are going to keep them to yourself. They want you and your business, your brand, that best kept secret, all for them. Whereas girls are going to tell everybody about it because they want to be seen as someone who's in the know because they know about you. So when it comes to create influence-driven relationships, you have to take that into consideration, because if you're looking for being shared and you're only really working with guys, it's never going to really happen. And also, you have to consider the fact that in these relationships, guys are going to sit there and kind of ponder on things a little bit. Girls are going to talk about it all. And so they're going to get all these outsized influences coming in and opinions coming in, which all will have effect and have an opinion on your relationship. Number three, the negative more than positive factor. Yep. Ironically, our brains are actually hardwired for being positive. We're actually hardwired for being love. And we learned this whole thing called fear and negativity. But in today's society of Yelp and everyone's opinion mattering, the truth is that having a negative opinion, negative feedback, people are more likely to share, and then that stuff can go viral on you. So another reason why you need to always play to your strength is because if you already know it's your weakness, you're not going to be that great at it. It's not going to be that positive an experience for you or for them, aka it's negative, and that's what's going to get shared, not the fact that you tried, not the fact that you put your best foot forward, A for effort. It's going to be you didn't hit the mark that they wanted you to hit, therefore, not bueno, guys. Number four, you need to be insightful enough to know which foot to lead with. Yes, there's something about being able to have enough self-perspective to say, okay, this isn't my strongest foot, so therefore I'm not going to lead with it. I'm not going to have that be, my first introductory lesson. Like, we're not going to meet on a bowling alley because I will never make a strike and I know it because that's not where my strength lies. But we're probably going to meet me speaking on a stage or at a networking event or coming off of a TV appearance or something like that, because you know what? That is where my strengths lie. And in being able to understand where your strengths lie, number one, you're always making a positive first impression, which is really smart of you. But number two, it also shows that you're intuitive enough and astute enough to, be able to really discern the situation. So therefore, if you can do that for yourself, the idea and mindset is that then you can translate that into your brand, into your client work, and the rest of your relationships. Lastly, number 5 is all about the struggle. The truth is that when it comes to building relationships, there's this struggle factor here, and no one likes the struggle. We all actually run away from the struggle. And so if you are being seen that you're struggling with a certain aspect in a relationship or in life, it doesn't matter if that has nothing to do with your business or your brand. The truth is that that struggle makes you look weak and are very much hunter-gatherer minds, as well as our very much Western society obsessed, A, perfectionistic, everyone's a winner kind of mentality. So showing the struggle, showing your weaknesses isn't the smartest way to build influence-driven relationships. It's not to say that you need to be super perfect all the time. It's not to say that you need to have the superhero or Wonder Woman complex, but it is to say that's not how we actually create influence-driven relationships. We lead with our strengths, and then we can talk about some of the weaknesses or not so much perfections of our personality. So, 5 reasons why you must build an influence-driven relationship that plays to your strengths. 1, well, relationships, that's all about influence. 2, the Shearer Shush factor. 3, people share negative more than positive. 4, you got to be insightful about yourself to know which foot to lead with, because that says a lot about how smart you are on everything else in life. And number 5, no one wants the struggle. We all have enough of it of our own. So seeing someone else struggle isn't really what we're into. Okay, guys, I'm Allie Craig for Entreventure, and I look forward to chatting with you next week.